Quick disclaimer, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing here should be considered financial advice. Always do your own research and understand the risks before investing.
Yeah, hello and welcome back to another Bitcoin update. So let's quickly get to it. We have some larger time frame Bitcoin videos that we have been posting, so if you haven't seen those, make sure to check those out. This video we're just going to be on the shorter time frame, similar to last time, kind of what we were talking about. So we are expecting a B wave bounce that we have been tracking. So far we have formed a 5-wave move up, which leads me to believe that this A wave bottom has indeed formed here. Obviously, if we do break below these swing lows and we break this B wave support, well, then it is more likely that, or more probable, that this A wave could be going for an extension before we start that B wave bounce. Our A wave seems like it could be pretty close to being in. It is possible for this A wave to actually enter this resistance band before we get rejected, and then we can possibly find support in this B wave before we head higher in that C wave. It is also entirely possible that we just go straight into resistance and then we get rejected, break this support, and then that was all of, or that would technically be all of our B wave. That is also totally possible as well. It's not the most probable scenario. We would be looking for a B, C to the upside, but keep in mind, I mean, once we enter that resistance, that is totally doable, and at that point anything can happen, and it is up to the market and the buyers and the sellers to decide what they want to do. So our B wave support, it's possible we get one more high. If we do not get one more high and we start for this support zone, we can find support from here, and then we can head higher in that C wave, where the C wave should be a 5-wave move up, where we can possibly get to 90,568 to 95,080. Now, if we do break this B wave support, like I said before, it is possible that this A wave is just going for a extended A wave corrective move, and this was just all part of a super complicated, maybe just more of a complicated, I guess, A wave, maybe a WXY to the downside, since we got this low here, and maybe this could have just been also a 4th wave move before we head lower, similar to kind of what we had here before we went lower. But I personally, with 5 waves moving up and getting pretty close to our resistance, then, and also with us holding the B wave support as well, well, leads me to believe that this A wave did indeed bottom here, and we are in this A wave right now. Now, next confirmation that we need to see for this A wave is whether we head higher or we head lower. If we head lower and we start to enter support, it's likely that this A wave did top here. If we get one more high, well, then we just kind of follow it. The higher that this A wave goes, the higher the support zone also goes as well. So that B wave support would also be getting an extension as well. Once we do find support here, we can look for a bounce into this larger resistance zone. Once we enter this resistance zone, we can look for a rejection and the start of that 5th wave, larger C wave to the downside that we have been talking about, where it should be in track of since this high really, an A, B, C to the downside. B waves can be pretty tricky to track. So far, this A wave has been, I guess it has given us the confirmation with the 5-wave move up, but you can kind of see, I mean, choppy, and some of the, like Ethereum, for example, kind of had more of a bigger move today. Now, Ethereum, I know it's not an Ethereum video, but we'll quickly talk about that. It's totally possible that Bitcoin could just do the same, and we just all go higher, and we just form that B wave right away before we head lower. That's also a total possible scenario, but it is not the most probable one. So yeah, hopefully that was all pretty simple. We're going to go over to the RSI really quickly before we do end. And on the Bitcoin 1 hour, we are within the neutral, getting somewhat close to the overbought, but not too concerning. On the 4 hour, like we were pointing out, we had a bullish divergence on the 4 hour. We got a low on the chart and a lower low. We got a low on the RSI, but a higher low, and it's led to this slight bounce as well, which so far we have now entered the neutral for the 4 hour, and we will have to see if we form another high and start that B wave down and that C wave up as well. The daily, we are pretty similar. We actually are higher on the daily right now than where we were on this bounce that we had back here. So that is somewhat of a nice sign to know that the strength of this rally is stronger than this fourth wave we had here, which gives us even more of a confirmation that this A wave did indeed bottom here, but obviously not guaranteed. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for this video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.